Today, I want to talk about how another billionaire has just bought AMC shares expecting a squeeze. Now, I've seen a lot of positive and negative reactions to this, so I want to explain why he's buying and whether I think this is a good thing or a bad thing. So stay tuned and let's make some money. So I want to dive straight in with the key information. So, Bill Pulte tweeted saying, "Tomorrow morning, I'm buying AMC. I'm not buying it because it will be instantly profitable, but I believe that if the company listens more to the people, and there's certainly a base of people, then it will be more profitable." He said, "I'll dig more into what's gone on," and asked Adam Aron to call him. Now, my instant response to this is, okay, this is good. A billionaire's buying AMC shares and he's likely going to buy lots of AMC shares. Do I think he should receive special treatment from Adam Aron and be able to buy the shares at a cheaper price? Absolutely not. Whether he just wants to call Adam Aron to understand more about his plans for AMC for the future and to properly understand what's gone on with AMC stock over the last few years. If that's the case, fine. Let's also remember this is 3.1 million people that is also going to see Bill Pulte, potentially their favourite investor or potential favourite Twitter influencer, also buying AMC shares. And they may also decide to copy him and buy shares too. Even at, say, a 1% conversion rate, that still brings an extra 30,000 towards 300,000 new investors into AMC, which, as I said, brilliant. As Guardian tweeted, he said, "Before people start crapping on Bill Pulte, Bill brings followers and followers bring money." He said it's no hate from him. Now, Markets with Mayors also weighed in on AMC's fundamentals and how they will be improving to convince Bill Pulte to buy even more shares. But before I digest this and go through this, let's talk about some of the negative reactions I've seen to Bill buying AMC. Joshua added saying, "Isn't it weird that after 3 years, Bill Pulte is now just trying to join the AMC community and the AMC movement?" He's saying he's now buying the stock and wants Adam Aron to call him. He says it's just odd that he's only deciding now after 3 years to buy AMC. He said it reminds him of Mark Kodes pushing T0 to Adam Aron, which turned out to be a total scam. Tons of other companies have taken up Mark Kodes on their T0 securities, but none of those companies or stocks experienced a squeeze. Could Bill Pulte potentially be trying to do something to throw investors off of AMC or to potentially try and turn them towards other stocks? Maybe. So far it's yet to be seen, but it could potentially happen in the future. Yesterday was absolutely nuts in the Millionaire Mindset Trading Group, with CING running 483%. The group capitalised with Arif locking in 210% or $2,600 in one singular day. It wasn't just Arif, because Rory Edwards also locked in 160% on CING as well. And even better, Arif managed to build on that today with another $600 on LAES this morning in just a few minutes. So not only did Arif and Rory make enough money to cover their monthly membership in one trade, they made enough money to cover their lifetime membership in one trade. If you want to be making daily gains like $2,600 per day, be sure to join the Millionaire Mindset Trading Group linked in the description below. To remind you, today is one of the last few days of the Christmas sale where you can get 25% off your first month of membership or 4 weeks for the price of 3 by using code CHRISTMAS, all in capitals, at the checkout. As Christina added, she said, "Make no mistake, she listened to a shill space anonymously and their plan is to try and oust Adam Aron and install Bill Pulte instead." Now, again, I don't know too much about Bill Pulte. I know he was ousted from his own company, which has potentially been taken over by industry short-selling plants. Could he have been turned into a plant himself? Possibly. As I've said before, I don't think ousting Adam Aron is a good idea because of the risk that puts AMC in. Adam Aron is someone that's grown the revenue, grown the profits and grown the cash flow and has not allowed AMC to go bankrupt. If Adam Aron was replaced by a different CEO, could we say the same thing? Potentially not. Especially if Adam Aron were to be replaced by a consultant or an industry plant from those hedge funds, AMC could actually go bankrupt very, very quickly, which would be horrendous. Therefore, even though Adam Aron hasn't addressed AMC's share price and also has been diluting, which I've not been a fan of, as I've said many times before on the channel, I do think he's potentially the best of a bad bunch, if that makes sense. Has he addressed AMC's share price? No. Has he allowed AMC to go bankrupt? Also no. Actually, AMC is thriving better than ever before from a company level. And to add to that, let's talk about markets with May's explanation of Adam Aron's plan over the next few years or the next few months. So number one, Adam Aron's plan is to pay down debt, which may include equitizing to reduce what needs to be rolled out. Ultimately, that will make AMC even more profitable as it reduces interest expenditure. Adam Aron also plans on growing the new businesses or the new revenue lines that's already doing really well. The beta test with Walmart on popcorn is growing into other snacks and even wine. On top of that, this is also likely done as a brand licensing agreement, so the expenditure and outlay isn't actually that bad. AMC has also been improving their monetization per seat, again improving revenue and improving profitability. AMC is also likely to potentially be more acquisitive through 2024, acquiring additional revenue and profit generative theatres. So therefore, to address Bill Pulte's concerns, AMC will be paying down that debt of $4.7 billion, improving operating income and also improving pre-tax income. These are obviously 2022 figures because we now know already from the last 2 quarters that AMC is profitable and cash generative. Biggums has also explained something really interesting that means AMC is likely going to be even more revenue generative than 2019 early next year. Saying at this pace revenue will break $4 billion this year, and at this pace it will be back over $5 billion by next year. That doesn't even count distribution at the concerts he was speaking about, which could potentially add another billion in revenue. You can see AMC's revenue for the last few years has been between $1, $2 and $4 billion. Pre-pandemic it was around $5 to $5.5 billion. So it seems even by 2024 we'll have fully recovered to 2019 levels and above, being even more revenue, profit and cash generative. At that point when AMC is confirmed to be setting new all-time highs in revenue, cash flow and profits, that's when a new all-time high share price should also be seen. Now I also saw this tweet from the Financial Surfer and I thought it was spot on and really echoes with my values. He said, Ape family, I've been quiet recently on AMC, but real ones know not to mistake silence or inactivity with disinterest or selling of shares. He said those still looking for a confirmation that AMC will experience the mother of all short squeezes obviously are blind, because 99% of apes had that confirmation when the buy button was removed illegally. Waiting for confirmation is something I always talk about in the Millionaire Mindset Trading Group, and absolutely the buy button being removed is confirmation enough that these shorts cannot cover and would likely go bankrupt. The buy button being removed tells me all I need to know: these shorts are in a bad position, are still in a bad position, and cannot afford for AMC to go up. And if it does increase, if these shorts continue to be squeezed, they will indeed be completely squeezed, being liquidated and margin called, and AMC will experience the mother of all short squeezes. That's why No More Mr. Nice Guy tweeted saying, is it just me, or does it feel like short sellers are scrambling right now to keep their heads above water? And the reason why I say short sellers are indeed scrambling is because remember just how much shorts have lost so far in 2023. But also not just how much they've lost in 2023, but how much they've lost over the last 5 years. I've seen a lot of comments asking how much the short sellers actually made shorting AMC and shorting stocks last year. Short sellers made $176 billion last year, which isn't bad, but so far this year have lost $145 billion, now increased to over $160 or $170 billion, $134 billion in 2021, $182 billion in 2020, and $122 billion in 2019. Net, these shorts are down $350 billion since 2018. Painful. And this year alone, we know these shorts are down horrendously on stocks like Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, Meta, and some surprising ones like Coinbase, Carvana, Palantir, Affirm, and others. Now, I think this data was pulled as at the end of November, which is the last time I touched on stocks like Coinbase, Affirm, Upstart, Carvana, and others in terms of how they were squeezing the shorts. And I've got to tell you, it's going pretty well so far over the last couple of weeks too. Taking a look at some of these charts, Coinbase earlier this year, back in just June, was trading for around $46 per share. Last time I told you about Coinbase, it was around $140. Now, just a week or two later, nearly $190. Coinbase has literally quadrupled over the last couple of months. The same can also be seen in Affirm. A few months ago, back in June, $12.81. Right now, over $52 per share. Again, Affirm has also quadrupled over the last couple of months. And even in bigger stocks like Meta have seen incredible increases. Again, a few months ago, back in June, July and August, $274. Right now, $361 per share from a giant blue chip stock. These shorts are down horrendously bad, especially over the last couple of weeks, where these stocks have been squeezing more and more and putting even more pressure on these short sellers. But guys, be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. And guys, be sure to ding that notification bell, because that way you'll be alerted when I upload a new video. Cheers.